This is going to involve some tea spilling, though it's going to be about me, so I don't mind that. I don't mind that kind of shit. I'm not here for the drama channels and the commentary. I can commentate on myself. I got this video idea from my lovely YouTube friend Carrie Hope Fletcher. Yes, I'm kind of stealing it, but I'm giving her credit, so it's fine. How are you? Which is how we say hi here in Ireland. My name is Melanie Murphy, and I've been making YouTube videos for a very long time now. 5 years, I think, I've been on this platform, and you maybe have subscribed to me from videos that I did a long time ago about acne, or videos I've done about sexuality or food and health and eating disorders. Maybe you just watch my monthly vlogs. Maybe you saw a collab that I did with my younger sister. I essentially started uploading as I was coming to the end of my degree, and it just turned into a job. I feel like a lot of people are probably very put off by the fact that I've got such a huge backlog of videos that they might feel out of touch with me, or they don't really know me. One thing that I get accused of a whole bunch, as if it's some kind of crime, is that I've changed. And fun fact, that's what happens. I'm so happy I'm not the same person I was when I started this channel. I was so shy and unsure of myself, and I didn't know who I was or what I wanted in life, and I have really come into my own since I started this channel. I feel very close to my community, but I wanted to make this video for my community, but also for new people who are kind of maybe considering subscribing. They might want to know what's coming up on my channel. I'm going to reintroduce who I am, what I do, why I do it, and then answer some questions you guys ask me over on my Instagram. This is my lovely Instagram. I'm always over there, so just come and chat to me and enjoy my not so excellent photography skills. But yeah, so I asked you, what would you ask someone if you were just getting to know them? So say you're on a date. Let's just think of this as first date. Right, so I'm 29. I live in Dublin, in a little village called Skerries by the seaside in Ireland. I am from Dublin. My occupation is one of those things where when a taxi driver or something asks me what I do, or I'm being introduced to a family friend, I don't know how to explain what my job is. I run a company, a media company, and under that company falls a lot of work that I get as a result of my YouTube audience. So I do some brand integrations with really cool companies that fit great with my content. I'll do talks in schools and colleges and campuses and stuff. I've done talks in Google and just various kind of things using my degree, which was in teaching, of degree in education. So YouTube and Instagram somehow is a big part of my job. That was not a thing a few years ago. It was definitely not a thing I knew I could do when I started this. And yeah, it's fun. I cover a lot of lifestyle kind of topics, and I love talking about taboo stuff that other people are just a little bit afraid of approaching, because I really appreciate that kind of content. It's what I enjoy. So I went from doing makeup videos that would get loads and loads of views to doing videos that maybe didn't get as much views, but they were much more enjoyable for me to make. And yeah, I had this phase a few years ago of feeling like a recovering beauty guru almost. I was like, I am not. I got pigeonholed into this YouTube beauty community where I just didn't really want to be anymore. I was great for one point in my life, but then I kind of opened my eyes and realized, hey, there's women on this platform making short films and writing books and stuff, and I want to do all that cool, amazing, creative stuff too. So yes, I am an author. I'm working on my first fiction book right now, and that is due to be out next summer. And I'm very, very excited about that. It's about a girl who's just cancelled her wedding, and her granny gives her an amazing heirloom, and it changes her life. And I think a lot of my audience will like that. But I did write Fully Functioning Human almost for my viewers, and it includes a lot of my advice on a lot of different things, and my experiences. Came out in paperback, much smaller, much cheaper, and I was very happy that it became an Irish bestseller, and it got wonderful reviews online. In that I delve into subjects like miscarriage, body dysmorphia, balancing the internet with real life, relationships, confidence, acne, everything. So many things that I talk about on my channel. I kind of went in depth in book form. It's an audiobook as well. Another part of my job is just kind of being creative and trying things, and I wanted to start my own brand, a little side business, and I created the Me Time journal, and this just launched a week ago, 2 weeks ago. We got so many pre-orders that we ordered a second batch. That's a self-care and wellness journal, because they're my passions. I'm very passionate about being your best self and just really working on yourself. I've just so many goals just to help people, and one of the ways that YouTube was there for me the most is just having friendly voices in the background. So sometimes I feel like it doesn't matter what I'm talking about. The people who like watching my videos feel like they know me, because you do, like, I share a lot of myself online, and that's by choice. Like, I am an oversharer, I always have been since I was a kid, but I get so much from watching people and getting to know people online, even though it's like a one-way relationship, and it is weird, but it's just part of modern living, and I love it. I like that I can have a positive influence just from sitting here chatting, do you know what I mean? So yeah, like, I want to explore my creativity and do more stuff like the short film that I did last year, and I've done like some more artsy shorts that cost money, and that's why I bring out merch and stuff. So this is from my merch store, this mug, Tea Time is Me Time. I have a cushion and pins and things like that. I just love what I do and this space, and I'm waffling already. So here's some more info about me. My partner regularly features in my vlogs, and I've done videos with him, but he has nothing to do with social media stuff. He is going to be a commercial airline pilot. He's just finished his studies, and yeah, we've been friends for about 10 years, and we've been together about a year and a half, and very happy with him and really love him. Yeah, he's great. I have 2 cats, Bilbo and Molly Weasley, because I love Lord of the Rings and I love Harry Potter. I really want a dog, but unfortunately I cannot get a dog until I own a home, which is another thing about me. Right now I'm saving to buy a house, so I'm renting with my dad and my brother. We're renting this fairly small house, but at least it's in the village that we want to be in, because all that really matters to me is being around people I love. You know, I learned about Ireland the other day, that apparently Dublin has become the worst place to find affordable accommodation in the world. Woo! Let me know if you're in a similar position to me. If you are, you know, I'm approaching 30 and I still I just want the house. It's a big commitment buying a house. Do you know what I mean? It's one of the biggest things you'll ever do really in your life. So right now I'm hustling. When I get branded content, do the odd sponsorship, you better be cheering me on. I'm building a future, and it's kind of cool that I get to do like entertaining, creative stuff to build that future. So yeah, one thing about me is that when I dream big. Like, since I was a kid, I was like promising my grandmother that I would get published by a real publisher, and yeah, now I'm doing the novel, and like, I literally have dreams where I'm like, I want to write something by the time I'm 50 that will get turned into a TV show or a movie, and I want to go to see that with my family and my children. And like, I have these like big, massive dreams, but I work for them. I'm very, very much one of those people of the belief that if you keep something in the forefront of your mind, it pushes you to do the work that you need to do to get there. And I kind of have this in my mind in a lot of aspects of my life. But yeah, career-wise, I just want to bring you with me. Like, I want to do so much, and I just want for some of you to be able to remember back, like, oh my God, remember when Mel was just fresh out of college and fresh out of her breakup, and then she like moved to LA, and then that went tits up, and like, I love that you guys have been along for such a ride with me. That's why I have been loving monthly vlogging. It feels like the best way to kind of spend time with all of you, and I know it's not, you know, real, but when you guys leave comments, and a lot of you do, and I recognize your names, and you'll tell me things that have been happening in your family, or that you've been going through at school, or, you know, your relationship stuff, your family stuff. Like, I love reading all that. And when I'm posting stuff, I like to imagine you just sitting at home eating your breakfast with it playing in the background, or you're on a train and you just have it on, and or while you're cleaning or having a bath. Like, I just like that. And it's a really hard thing to explain to some people. Do you ever get that? Like, people who don't get YouTube, and they don't get like what I do, and people like me, they just don't understand it. But when you are a fan of it and you really enjoy it, it's so special. And, you know, getting excited about someone uploading, that's what I want. I want to get to a point where people get really, really excited for my videos. And I know a lot of you are, and you get excited for specific series that I do. So I want more kind of dialogue between us, where you tell me what you want me to make more of. So I'm going to answer the questions that you sent me now. And tell me if you learned something new about me. I wonder how many of you know these things about me. Music tastes. I was talking about this the other day on Twitter, because I saw a video and this guy explained that the music that you really love when you're about 14 stays with you forever, as like elicits such strong emotional responses even when you're older. And when I was 14, I'm very lucky in that, like, my both parents, like, I have basically three parents as well, because my parents broke up, my mom remarried, so they all liked different music. So I had a very, like, broad range of music introduced to me as a kid. Classical music, rock music, punk music, metal, trad, which is like kind of like traditional Irish music. So many different genres that when I was 14, I loved all that stuff. And like 80s music and everything like that. But then also what was popular at the time. What I listen to the most, I think, is scores from films. I absolutely love a good film soundtrack because I like to link the music and the story and then think about that and attach that to stories happening within my own life. I'm really into my rock though. Rock, metal, punk, like that kind of stuff over, say, pop music, rap music. That stuff, I like it if I'm out with my friends or if I'm in the gym, say, maybe. But I really, sucker for a guitar, sucker for a big vocal. Ideal dinner party guests, dead or alive. I'd have the weirdest dinner party perhaps that ever took place. I would have Freddie Mercury and Lady Gaga there just for like ridiculous sex appeal and amazing voices so they could just sing us songs. And then I would have Stephen Hawking there because he was a genius. I'd definitely invite Louis Theroux just because I love how awkward he is and I just love how he can like drag stuff out of people. He's such a good documentary journalist. Like, I love him. And Jennifer Lawrence, just because she's funny and I really, really fancy her. And Robin Williams, I'd probably have to ask him, why did he have to leave us? Why? Oh, even when I watch his movies still, it's just, if as soon as Robin Williams starts, like, his eyes start welling up and he starts being all sad, like, I just sob with him. I love him. Where did I grow up? So until I was about 7, I lived in Blanchardstown in Dublin. And I had a bit of an accent like this, you know, like I used to talk a bit like, you know, my accent was a lot more North Dublin and it was really, really thick. And, like so many memories from there. And then when my parents broke up, my dad moved to Skerries, which is where we are now. Loads of our family and friends live here. And then my mum moved to County Meath and then elsewhere after that. So my accent became very muddled. And then I started hanging out with all these feckin' English people and going on the internet and becoming aware of my diction. So now I have this weird hybrid accent and no one ever knows where I'm from. I'm a mongrel. My biggest fear is losing people that I love. Some absolute bollocks has asked me what my favourite film is, and that is just like asking a parent what their favourite child is. I just cannot do it. I'm too much of a film lover. My brain always jumps to Braveheart because that's what I said for years and years and years, and I do, like, that's defo in my top 5, but I find that far too painful of a question to answer. Favourite season is autumn, and I know we're coming out of it right now, but the coziness, the crispy leaves, and being inside when it's all cold and icky outside, and just like the colours changing, I just love it. I like when it's darker earlier because I adore just kind of sitting in with movies and stuff at night time. That's just like peak time of year. Favourite ice cream. Can't really do ice cream because it gives me spots, it gives me farts, it gives me dirty smelly shits. So I tend to go for the dairy-free ice cream. Any dairy high in lactose just wreaks a bit of havoc with me. I have the odd bit, but like, you know, then I just deal with the shitty farts. And in dairy-free ice creams, I always appreciate a mint, chocolate mint, anything minty chocolatey, or peanut butter, like salty peanut butter. Political views. I'm left-leaning. I don't like to identify myself with the extreme left, far left. Am I going left? That's right. Yes, no. And I'm not. Someone also asked me, am I a feminist? Do I consider myself a feminist? Like, I'm a feminist. Everyone I know is a feminist. I've never met someone who's not a feminist by definition. I also definitely don't identify with radical feminism. A lot of it anyway. Like, some of it, yeah, I'm on board with, but a lot of it, I feel like what I'm seeing happen anyway is, unfortunately, language changing. And this happens, like, sometimes a word means something, but because society takes it on and turns it into something else, and it's understood by all these people as meaning this when it originally means this, like, you have to then accept that the definition is shifting a little bit. So absolutely, I'm a feminist, and especially when it comes to parts of the world that I'm not from, parts of the world where women really, really do still face so much inequality and fucking bullshit. Sorry for my language. No, sorry, not sorry. You're here on my channel now. I swear. Love the C word, although that seems to push some of you over the edge, so try and avoid that. But yeah, what I'm seeing with a lot of radical third wave feminists is taking behavior and treatment and stuff that we as women have always been fighting against and kind of turning it on men and saying things that would never be acceptable for men to say about us. And I don't know, I just feel like some of it has just gone a bit bananas for me, honestly. Like, I saw some woman on TV there a couple of weeks ago pissing and moaning about lingerie being in window display, and like, surely feminism should just be all about our individual choices. Like, what I have a lot of radical feminists say to me is kind of, you know, about my decision and my desire to have a family and get married, and judging me on my decisions. And yeah, I just feel like it's gone quite cuckoo. Some of it, not all of them. I know loads of feckin' very hardcore feminists, and they're doing amazing work, and I, you know, hats off to them, and I think they're incredible and fighting the good fight. But some people I know, I just have to mute them and unfollow them. I just can't deal with it. This has asked me my favourite go-to meal, and that would have to be a slice of sourdough toast. Sourdough is a type of bread that I, as a gluten intolerant, can actually deal very well with, because of how it's made and fermented and all that stuff. So sourdough toast, and it's better than normal bread. That with like anything, scrambled eggs, beans, bit of cheese, just, oh god, I just love, just the toast acts as transport for the nutrients, for your protein and your fibre and whatever else you're trying to get into your face. What is my Hogwarts house? I fancy myself as a Hufflepuff, and I would love to be a Hufflepuff, but I'm a Gryffindor. And I know Gryffindors are annoying dickheads, but I'm one of them. When he's asked my favourite colour, and it took me ages to think about this, because for years my favourite colour was green, and I do think it's shifted and it's become, I'd say red, like wine or red. Yeah. What am I passionate about? God. Random acts of kindness, education, and probably physical health, mental health, balance, working on those and balancing those out. My best achievement, I'd say still my university degree. And I know, like, I feel like so many amazing things have happened in the past 5 years, like won different awards and blah blah blah, like things. Yes, I'm like, I did a good job and I can accept that, but I feel like honestly with the degree that was so challenging for me, because I'm not naturally very studious or academic, and it was a hard slog for 4 years, and I did really well. I got a 1.1 Bachelor of Science honours degree and was very fucking happy with myself. I was at a point where I never thought I'd be able to do something like that, and it showed me that with hard work and determination I am capable of a lot more than I give myself credit for. So doing that kind of sparked me to chase a lot of other dreams that I have had in my life. What is my weakness? My biggest weakness, I think, is that I overthink things. Like, I really, really do, and it's something I'm always trying to combat, because it leads to a lot of procrastination for me as well. Like, I am awful for procrastinating. Where do I see myself in 5 years? Mental health wise, similar place. Maybe I'll have a kid or 2 kids, or be pregnant, married, will own a house, company will be bigger, will be thriving, couple of novels under my belt, lots more traveling done, and I want to be a lot fitter. I just really want to work on the fitness, because like I always say this, I end up maintaining my fitness kind of all the time, like in and around the same area, whereas I want to like excel. I want to, you know, run a marathon or something mad, like do a powerlifting competition. I just want to push myself, and hopefully within the next 5 years I'll do that. This is a juicy one. What is the biggest misconception about me? And I'm assuming you mean in terms of like online. One thing I have read about myself in my time on the internet, and that I have heard back from other people, mainly within the Irish community of creatives, and it's a very small community, and you know, we all do very different stuff, is people who think, or used to think a few years ago, that I am/was a social climber. And I have met a lot of people in this industry who do social climb. It's a massive problem, and it actually like makes a lot of us kind of keep people at arm's length, because you always feel like someone's just trying to get stuff off you and they don't really want to be friends with you for you, kind of thing. But I swear, like, if you knew me in real life, and just how many opportunities I would have had to just kind of latch on to people who were more popular than me on the internet for views, for opportunities, for just like growth and everything like that. I don't do that. I just don't do that. Like, I have a small friend group of YouTubers, and we have maybe collabed like once or twice over the past few years, but we always hang out. We don't do a big song and dance about it. I'm friends with a lot of YouTubers and creative types and stuff who are far more successful than I am. But the thing is, we don't have the same kind of goals, the same kind of content style. I've never adapted or adjusted what I make to fit with like trends and stuff. Like, I know how to, like, I see what's really popular on YouTube right now, and I could so easily jump on that bandwagon, and people have encouraged me to. Like, people have tried to like get me into making these clickbaity videos that are just kind of on very, very like divisive weekly subjects. So like, what's popular in the news that week, or like, you know, some big shitstorm that's happening in the celeb world, or some beef that's going on. Like, and I just don't want to do that kind of stuff. And I never have. I've never, like, I've done the odd like little challenge video and this, that and the other to like bring people to my channel, but that's because like I have a message to share, not because I just want numbers. And it's never been that. And yeah, I've like dated multiple people with like much bigger audiences than me, and I never used it. I never wanted to like be known as like that guy's girlfriend or that girl's little bit on the side. I definitely got to a crossroads in 2015 where I could have social climbed my way to 1 million subscribers in a handful of months. And obviously I want to like hit that, you know, get that gold play button, but I want to do it in the right way. Like, I want to do it slowly and like people coming in gradually for the right reasons and really getting a lot of value out of what I do. I just don't want to make those kinds of videos that are just like using the biggest YouTuber's name in the title, bitching about people, speculating about people, analysing people, that, and then various other trends before that. Like, before that was a thing, there was like multiple other things on this website where a lot of people just start doing whatever it is that's massive. So I remember way back in the day it was like sketch comedy and like just different things would take off, and I never tried to fit myself into a box that I didn't fit in. When I was doing the beauty videos at the start, that was because I really liked watching that. So I was trying to like almost emulate the people that I was watching, and I was definitely like copying them a little bit. I was, you know, I've said that before. And it took me ages to come into my own and realize I can talk about anything on my channel, anything that I care about, and if I'm passionate about it, other people will be passionate about it. Yeah, I think that's such a misconception, and probably the biggest one I've seen about me. I've seen many, but that's like a biggie because it's such a harsh judge of character from people who don't know me and don't know the opportunities and the things that I say no to and the things that I choose not to do, that where I could social climb. Like, no one sees that stuff. Anyway, that was a little reintroduction. So how you, yeah, we know each other a bit more now, and from my channel you can expect makeup and storytime videos, food diary Fridays, monthly vlogs, sexuality videos, collabs with my little sister, gonna be bringing out a podcast, gonna do content about writing fiction and just motivational stuff and inspirational stuff, and exploring subjects and concepts that I find interesting, you know, like to do with relationships and human beings and friendship. And if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. If you don't usually hit the like button, please hit the like button today. That helps my channel out so much. It helps people to know that I exist, because YouTube just wants to hide all of us. YouTube doesn't like vloggers anymore. Vloggers aren't cool. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you again really soon in my next video. Bye.